All right. So yesterday we saw pa, 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 ma. Pa, pa, not pa, fa. Pa, 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 ma. Hindi speakers, please watch out. This is something that you'll have to get right in Sanskrit. It's not fa here, it's pa. Okay. Now, we also saw where the sounds come from in our mouth, from the back to the top. It's very scientific, very systematic. One thing I forgot to tell you all when I was doing this is this line here, the nasal line, right? This line here, when we write it in in words, sometimes all of these words are written as you know the dot on top? That dot could be any of these nasals. You have to see which is the sound next to it. If it's a g, then this dot is going to be a ng. If it's a j, means anything from this line, then this dot is going to be a ny. If it is anything from this line, then the dot is going to be a r. If it is anything from this line, the dot is going to be a n. And if it is anything from this line, the dot is going to be a m. You all got that instinctively when you got the answer to this question correct. This one? You didn't say jumk. Nobody wrote the answer Jumk. Right? Everyone figured out it was junk because the sound comes with the k. So it's intuitive, but you have to pay attention and just remember that this nasal line, nga, nya, ra, na, ma, all of them can be written as this dot. Remember I told you that that dot was a placeholder. So now you know what it is holding the place for. Any of these nasals. Okay? All right. We also saw how you can see it demonstrated fancily, and each part of the mouth has a fancy name also. You're not going to get tested on what the names are, but it is helpful to know where the sound comes from, because if you know where the sound comes from, then you'll never make a mistake in the pronunciation. Okay? Then we had homework, reading practice. I'm going to read it out. You make sure that you were able to say it correctly. Ready? Number 1. Udakam. Repeat after me. Udakam. Number 2. Not udakam. Udakam. Number 2. Tanuhu. I hope nobody said tanuha. It's tanuhu. Tanuhu. This is matru. 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 Then mukham. Not mukam. Mukham. Ka. I must hear that. Ka. Mukham. Then nabhaha. 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 Kanakaha. Kanakaha. Namaha. Namaha. Watch out. The bha and the ma. Don't get mixed up with them. Right? See how the bha has a little space over his head and the ma doesn't? Nabhaha versus namaha. Okay, then. Kapihi. Kapihi. Not kapiha. Kapihi. Tapaha. Tapaha. Dadhihi. Not dadihi. Dadhihi. Dadhihi. Manihi. Manihi. Dhanam. Dhanam. Padau. Pado. And Uma. Uma. I hope, give me, by show of hands, who is able to read most of them correctly? Who did not do the homework? Hmm. Okay. Today we're going to learn the rest of the letters in the consonant song. The next 4 letters we're going to learn are technically not consonants. They're called semi-vowels. No, let me correct that. They're consonants, but they're technically called semi-vowels because they're made up of some combination of vowel sounds. Okay? So you'll see now. First one is, okay, let's sing the song. G, k, g, k, ng. You can look in your book at all the letters. Ch, ch, j, j, nya. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 na. Ba, pa, ba, pa, ma. And today, ya, ra, la, va, sha, ra, sa, ha. Okay? Please stay muted, everybody. Now let's see how to write ya. Oh, ya is easy. Ya is the same ya as English, right? So this is how you write it. Watch first and then write it. You make a little curve, and then the curve goes up, and then it comes down. This is ya. Curve, up, down. Curve, up, down. Ya. Don't say curve up, down in your head. Say ya, ya, ya. And not just in your head, out loud. Say ya as you're writing it. Ya, ya, ya. And one of the words in English is yo. Oh, well, forget English. Sorry, let me correct that. The words in Sanskrit is yoga. You know how in yoga you have to twist your body in all different ways? It means the yoga we talk about, the asana yoga. This letter is also twisting his body in all kinds of ways. Right? So yoga. Yeah. Yeah. Big lots of 2 curves are in his name. Right? And then you go straight. Yeah. Next. The next letter is one of the hardest letters for our friends to say. It is not, let me tell you what it is not, and then I'll tell you what it is, and then I'll show you how to write it. It is not R. It is not R. It is the. Can you hear the difference? R versus the. You see my mouth. It is not R. My mouth is not rolling. It is the. The. Your tongue will be more flat when you say the. R, hurry versus hare. You hear the difference? One of them makes you sound like a foreigner, and one of them makes you sound like a Sanskrit speaker. Hare versus hare. When I was young, I used to chant Hare Rama, and one of my chachi laughed at me, and I didn't hear the difference. Only when I learned Sanskrit, I heard the difference, right? It's hare, not hare. Can give me a thumbs up if you can hear the difference. Not whether you can say the difference, if you can hear the difference. Hare versus hare. Okay, good. Now that you can hear it, if you are saying it, you can hear yourself saying it, right? So now let us learn how to write it, and you will practice it 100 times, and then you will get the correct sound. This is how to write it. R. Make a little curve. and then a little curve down. Actually, you'll know how to write this because it's part of the k, right? It's the first half of the k. You can write it like this. You can write it like this. Some people write it like this. You can take your pick, whichever one's easy for you. I write it like this most of the time. R. Choose whichever one looks the easiest to you and write it over and over and say R, 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 R. It is like those whose videos are off, please turn them on. It is like a roller coaster. You know how the roller coaster goes up and down? R for roller coaster. R for ride. R. R for Rama. Not Rama. 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 Not Ramayan. Ramayana. You hear the difference? R. Please, everybody, if you have a highlighter, take it and give a big highlight to this line because it needs a lot of practice if you're saying R versus R. R. This R has to be gotten correct because it is in so many sounds. So it's not Shri, it's Shri. Okay? All right. Ya, R. Next one is easy. You can't really make mistakes with the next one. L is like this. There's a line. Easy. And then a little, let me try that again. Line down and a loop. Actually, sorry, you should be writing it the other way, if you can. I learned it backwards. I shouldn't be teaching you all backwards. You write it forwards. Some people write it like this also. You know how? Like this. Right? This straight line way is easier. L. Everyone say, I hope you're saying L as you write it. Right? If you want a way to remember, it's kind of like, it kind of looks like the top of a heart. And the heart symbolizes love. Right? The top is kind of like the top of a heart. Of a love sign. Or lips also. You know how lips go like that? L. Just for you to find a way to remember. Ya, ra, la. 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 Or a lion's mane. We teach the children lion's mane. How the lion has a mane. Like that, right? The top of it. Okay. Ya, la, v. Next one is v. V is very easy. Watch. Is it Vali or Bali? In Ramayana, is his name Vali or Bali? In Sanskrit, it is Vali. And in Avadi, it becomes Bali. In Sanskrit, it is Viveka. In Avadi, it becomes Bibeka. Binu satasang Bibeka na hoy. Right? Ba. So, va and ba are very similar in sound, and they get interchanged. Va and ba are very similar in writing also, but they cannot be interchanged. Right? So, you know how to write ba. Ba is like this with a line. Right? This is ba. Well, va is just a ba without a line. It is a ba with a void. Va for void. Right? There's a void inside. There's nothing inside the va. Right? It's very easy to write once you know ba. Va. Va. Not wa. It's not a W sound. It's a v sound. It's not Saraswati. It's Sarasvati. V. V sound. V. V. Ya, ra, la, v. Everyone say ya, ra, la, v. Not ya, ra, la, v. Ya, ra, la, v. Ya, ra, 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 la, ba, ra. Okay. If you're not sure whether you're saying the sound correct, when class is done, I'll stay back for a few minutes and you can say it for me. Okay? Ya, ra, la, va. This is ba. Don't make a mistake with ba. Okay. Now, the hardest line in the Sanskrit script. If you don't listen well. Okay? This line is called the sibilants. Say sibilants. Even the name of these letters is hard. Sibilants. Sibilants. I'll tell you, if you guys learn how to pronounce it properly, I will tell you something really cool about the sibilants line, but I'm not going to tell you until you learn it. Okay? First, listen. There are 3 sibilants. Sh. Sh is easy. That is like sh for Shiva. It's like sh for shower. Sh for everything in English. Right? The next sh is I'm going to teach you how to say it first. So number 1 is sh, like Shiva. Right? Number 2 is, let's get our Pac-Man friend. Put your tongue at the top of your roof. Say da. Say da. Now, with the tongue on the top of your roof, say sh. Say sh. With the tongue touching the exact same spot, you say sh. Sh. Like the sh in Krishna. Sh. Sh. You can say? You hear the difference? Sh. 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 You heard the difference? Give me a thumbs up if you heard the difference. Give me a double thumbs up if you said the difference. Some people are like, oh. Okay, so now and then the third sibilant is easy. Sa. That is sa like Sita. English sa. Right? So we have sh, then we have sh, then we have sa. Sh, sh, sa. Try saying that tongue twister. Sh, sh, sa. Sh, sh, sa. Sh, sh, sa. One more time. Sh, sh, sa. Now let us learn how to write it. Watch. The Shiva sh is called the 21 sh. Not because Bhagavan Shiva is forever 21. Maybe he is. I don't know. But because it looks like a 21. So when we had learned Sanskrit and we were talking to each other and we couldn't say the sounds properly, we used to say the 21 sh. That's what our nickname for this letter was. Which sh? The 21 sh. The 21 sh. So don't say 21, say sh when you're writing. Sh. 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 Write it a couple more times and say it while you're writing. Sh. Next, watch. Next one is very easy to write. It is a P, which you already know how to write, with a line in the middle. And the line goes down. Remember, Ganga flows down, everything, knowledge flows down, downwards, right? Down. Sh. 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 So there's sh, then there's sh. Sh, sh. Sh. The sh is easy. It's the sh in gurney, sh. It's the sh in shiva. But when you come to sh, it is the sh in Vishnu. Vishnu. It's not Vishnu, it's Vishnu. The sh in Vishnu. It's also the sh in Sheshnag. Sheshnag has both. It starts with the first sh and it comes to the second sh. Shesh, shesh, lakshmana. That sh is this one, right? In transliteration, it is written S dash. If you see S dash, that is a sh. It has a little hat, sh. And the sh has a dot underneath, just like our da, our da, to remind us where to put the tongue. Right? But y'all don't need transliteration now because you've learned the actual Sanskrit letters. Right? Sh, sh. And the last one is easy. S. S is like S for Sita, S for soup, S for English, everything S in English, right? The way to write it, it looks like a R with a line and another line. So you know all the components, all the components of this letter. A R with a line in the middle. As you're writing it, say it. Sunita, Prema, Aditi, cameras, please. S. S. And please make sure the line comes out of the middle of that, right? If you learn how to write neatly now, your Sanskrit handwriting will be very neat. In Trinidad, if someone has scrappy handwriting, they call it crapple foot. Means you write like a frog's leg. I don't know what they say in Guyana. I asked if they say crapple foot, they said no. So I don't know if there's a phrase in Guyana for terrible handwriting. I see smiles. Someone can tell me what it is, right? But you might have crapplefoot writing in English, but your Sanskrit doesn't need to be crapplefoot. Okay? Sha, sha, sa. Next, the last letter, last letter you have to learn in Sanskrit is when when you heave a sigh of relief. The last sound in Sanskrit is also thank God we finished. How do you write it? You write it like this. H is written like there's a little line. Then there's a little C. And the fancy way, let me show you the fancy way that you'll find in the script first. Don't write yet, just watch. The fancy way is that this C has a little tail. And then you have another C coming underneath. The way we write it fast, in shorthand, simple way, which is not wrong, the alternate way is to just write it like that. So you don't need to put the little fancy tail, right? Oh, and the line on top, of course. You can write both versions down, and then you can practice whichever one you want. When you're writing so many things, you don't feel like stopping to make the tail and then get the second C correct. Look how many times I had to try, right? So, H. Say it and write it. H. 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 Now you can write Ravana's laugh in Sanskrit. Watch. This is Ravana's laugh in Sanskrit code. What is it? Ha, ha, ha. And then you can also write Santa Claus famous line. What is Santa's famous line? Ho, ho, ho. Ha, 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 ho, ho, ho. All right. So this is our Sanskrit letters. Let us see all of them together. Oh, let me point out something to you. Today we learned R and V, right? Remember, when you see R and V together, don't mix them with the K. This is R, V, and this is K. They look very similar. The R has to be close to the V in K, and it has to be further from the V when you're writing them separate. Okay, so watch out for that. They look very similar, but don't make a mistake between them. In type font, you'll also see many times the K is written like this. So it's hard to mix up. You should just know your handwriting and what it looks like so you don't mix it up for yourself. Okay, so today we learned Yara Lava Shashasaha. Ya Ra La Va Sha Shra Sa. Okay, I'm going to sing the song one time. Ga kha ga kha nga ja cha ja cha nya da tha da tha na da tha da tha na ba pa ba pa ma ya ra la va sha ra sa ha. All right. Let me tell you. We used to call the sh 21 sh, and we used to call the sh the belly cut sh. See how his belly is cut? Imagine that's his belly and it has a cut in the middle. We don't know why. Because in Hindi it's called pet kata. Belly cut. The pa is cut, right? So 21 sh and belly cut sh. But you shouldn't need it. You should just know how to pronounce it properly. Okay. Homework. Everyone knows what the homework is. These 8 letters, you write them with the vowel symbols, meaning you write ya, halant, then you write ya, ya, yi, you, r. Actually, you cannot write it with the r, right? It's too hard. I don't think you'll get that. It doesn't exist also. That you wouldn't find, right? This whole line, you don't need to write it with the r and the r. You can write it, but it doesn't come in Sanskrit, right? Ye, yay, yo, yo, yum, yah. You say that whole line, and you write it over and over and over and over again until you fill the page. And then you go to the next letter, and the next letter, okay? And then we have some reading that I will send in the group as well. If you are not in the group, it means you are not doing all the homework. And that is a big problem. Okay, so if you're not in the group, you're in trouble. Okay, closing prayer, and then I'll take any questions. And if anyone wants to hear the R sound, to say R versus R, Shri versus Shri, listen. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.